My name is Noah, and this is Like You, a mindfulness podcast for kids. Welcome. This podcast wouldn't be possible without our listeners. Grown-ups, visit patreon.com/LikeYouPodcast to help us continue making weekly episodes. On today's episode, we'll be learning to listen to our bodies. Find a place to listen where you feel comfortable and safe. Sometimes we close our eyes and use our imagination, and other times I may ask you to say something out loud. If you're in a quiet place or just feel like being quiet, you can say those things inside your head instead. First things first, we're going to clear our heads and focus. Today we're going to do that by quickly taking note of all 5 of our senses. That means what we see, hear, touch, taste, and smell. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Respond out loud or in your head with the first thing you notice. What is one thing you can hear right now? I mean, besides my voice talking to you and the music from the podcast. I'll turn down the music and be quiet for a few seconds so you can focus on each of your senses as I ask about them. I'll ask that first question again. What's one thing you can hear right now? Now I want you to look around. What is one thing you can see right now? Next, breathe in through your nose. What do you smell? Now, what is something nearby that you can touch? Is it soft, hard, smooth, or rough? I've asked about 4 of your senses so far. What you hear, see, smell, and feel. And there's only one sense left, the sense of taste. And unless you're eating a snack right now, you may not really be tasting anything. So we're going to skip that one. Now let's take one deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. And out. 1, 2, 3. And together, on the count of 3, we're going to say, I like me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I like me. Okay, let's get started. Today, we're listening to our bodies. If you listened to the last episode, you may remember how we relaxed each part of our body one at a time. We're going to do something similar this time. If you didn't hear the last episode, that's fine. You can listen to it another time. This time, we're not going to relax each part of our body. Instead, we'll check in to see if our body is saying anything to us. Now, I don't mean that your nose is going to start talking. I just mean that if we focus on our body, it can communicate with us in other ways. You'll see what I mean. First, let's just check in head to toe. Touch your head, and I want you to say, "This is my head, and it belongs to me." Touch your hair and say, "This is my hair, and it belongs to me." Now put your hands together so they're touching each other. Say, "These are my hands, and they belong to me." Now I want you to wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a big hug and say, "This is my body, and it belongs to me." Now let's go all the way down to your toes. Wiggle your toes up and down, and while they wiggle, say, "These are my toes, and they belong to me." Remember, each part of your body belongs to you and no one else, and you can control your own body and what it does. You can make your feet walk or your hands clap. You can make your mouth speak or sing. You can make your eyes open or close. Let's do that now. Open your eyes. Now close them. Now open your eyes and close them. Now open your eyes. You're the one that made your eyes open and close. You're the only one who has control over your body, and you're the only one who can know what your body is telling you. Are you wondering how your body can tell you things? Well, let's start with your eyes. Are your eyes telling you anything right now? They might be telling you that it's bright, or that it is dark. Or if you can barely keep them open, maybe your eyes are telling you that you're sleepy. Just check in with your eyes and see if they have anything to tell you. Now, what about your nose? Is your nose telling you anything? Maybe you smell some food, and your nose might be saying, "It's almost time for dinner." Maybe you smell something stinky. If the stinky smell is you, your nose might be telling you it's time for a bath. Or if the stinky smell is coming from a garbage can, it might mean your nose is telling you to stay away from the trash. Of course, your ears tell you lots of things. If you listen and pay attention, you'll hear all sorts of things. When you're out for a walk, they'll help you to know if there's a car driving nearby or a bird singing in a tree. So you see, your body has many ways of telling you things. What do you think your tummy could tell you? Listen to it now. Does it feel hungry? Does it feel full? What other things can your body tell you? Now you know that you can listen to the things your body tells you. So practice paying attention to what it has to say. I'm going to sing a song that you heard on the last podcast. And while you listen to the music, see if your body is telling you anything. I breathe in, I breathe out, I wander head to toe, and I check things out. I breathe in, I breathe out, I wander head to toe, and I check things out. Now it's time to repeat some affirmations. Remember, affirmations are short sentences that help you feel good about yourself. Even after this podcast is over, you can think about these affirmations anytime you need something to cheer you up or give you some confidence. I'll say each affirmation twice. The first time, you can listen. The second time, you can repeat it out loud or in your head. Repeat after me. I like me. I like me. There is no one better to be than myself. There is no one better to be than myself. I am in control of my body. I am in control of my body. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. Now, smile and take a few slow, deep breaths as we wind down our time together. I can't wait to spend some time together again soon. On the next episode, we're going to explore our feelings by pretending to be different types of animals. Until then, I like you, I'm proud of you, and I'm glad we're friends. Have a happy and peaceful day. Like You is written and produced by me, Noah Glenn. I also composed and performed the Like You theme music, as well as the original song, Head to Toe. The podcast artwork was illustrated by Mia Saine. This episode features additional music by Skygaze and I Make Mad Beats. A quick word for the grown-ups. We could really use your support to keep this podcast going. please consider becoming a patron by visiting patreon.com/likeyoupodcast. I'd like to shout out two of our newest Patreon supporters, Stephen Hackett and Brian Rollins. Thanks for your support. You can also help others find the show by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to subscribe and be sure to help us spread the word by telling your friends about the show. Learn more about us on our website, likeyoupodcast.com, and be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at likeyoupod. While we make this podcast with kids in mind, our social media accounts are a great place for you parents to connect with us. Our social accounts are managed by me along with my wife, Lindsay Glenn, so come say hello. Thanks for listening.